Week 16 of the fantasy basketball season, and here's a few guards I look to sell and trade this week. The first guard, Steph Curry, of the Golden State Warriors. Steph Curry, it's been another great season for him, no doubt about it. 28.1 points a game, 4.4 rebounds, 5 assists, 4.8 threes a game for Curry on the end. 46% from the field, but Steph Curry, I think he's not going to last the whole season. And this Warrior team, they're already out of it pretty much. They got a slim chance of making the playoffs, and a lot of changes might happen in the next couple days here for them before the trade deadline. Curry over the last few weeks, 35.5 points a game, 5.3 rebounds, 5.3 assists, 6.36 threes, and 51% from the field. So he's playing great basketball once again as Curry. While his value is a peak value coming off a 60-point game a few games ago, and like I said, this Warrior team most likely being out of it as the season goes on, and maybe Curry taking a little bit of a rest towards the end of the season when the games don't mean much, and they're going to try to tank for a high draft pick. This would be a time to sell him off this week. February 2nd at the Grizzlies, 20.6 boards, 6 assists, a steal, 4 threes, 37% from the field. February 3rd at the Hawks, 60 points, 6 boards, 4 assists, a block, 10 threes, 57% from the field. And February 5th at the Nets, 29 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists, 4 threes, and 50% from the field. So right now, while Steph's been red hot, playing great basketball with 2 games over 40 in the last 5 here, he's definitely a sell-high candidate. Like I said, he's a great talent. He could score anywhere on the court, no doubt about it. But with his injury problems throughout the last few seasons and this Warrior team struggling and possibly shutting him down earlier towards the end of the year, he's a sell-high candidate this week. Next guard, DeJounte Murray of the Atlanta Hawks for now. So DeJounte Murray, he's been a big name on the trade block, and we'll see if it comes to fruition in the next couple days if he gets dealt at the deadline. So Murray, solid season with this Hawk team, but him and Trae Young just don't fit in the backcourt. 21.4 points a game, 5.1 rebounds, 5.2 assists, 1.3 steals, 2.3 threes a game, and 46% from the field. In the last couple weeks, pretty much status quo. The numbers have been the same. 21.8 points a game, 5.7 rebounds, 7 assists, 1.5 threes, and 43% from the field. So obviously Murray, if he does get traded at the deadline, it's going to be to a contender where he easily could be a third or fourth option on another team, where right now he is the number 2 option, in my opinion, behind Trae Young on this Hawk team. But this Hawk team, they don't like their backcourt. They want to change things up. And whoever has the best offer, I think we could see Murray get dealt. And if you don't get dealt, still the numbers will be decent, but they're not going to pretty much go up from here. 21, 22 points a game, 6, 7 boards, 5, 6 assists. Pretty solid numbers, no doubt about it. But I think he's reached peak value either way as Murray. February 2nd versus Phoenix, 22 points, 8 rebounds, 5 assists, a steal, with 3, 41% from the field. February 3rd versus the Warriors, 19 points, 5 boards, 7 assists, a steal, 37% from the field. And February 5th versus the Clippers, 21 points, 5 boards, 7 assists, 3 threes, and 38% from the field. So his field goal percentage definitely is taking a hit over the last few games here for Murray, but he's still scoring, he's still rebounding, assisting the basketball pretty well as Murray. But like I said, if he goes to another team, the points per game are going to drop off a little bit, and obviously the 3-point shooting as well. And even with this Hawk team, I think he's reached his peak if he stays here and he's not traded at the deadline. So he's a sell candidate this week. In the third and final guard, I look to sell in trades, Cam Thomas of the Brooklyn Nets. So Thomas, it's been a solid season for him, no doubt about it, for this Brooklyn Nets team, and he's been a scoring machine this year on the season. 21.6 points a game, 2.8 rebounds, 2.5 assists, 2 threes, and 44% from the field. But the last couple weeks, 26.3 points a game, 3.9 rebounds, 2.9 assists, 1.3 steals, 2 threes, and 48% from the field. So he's pretty much a 2-trick pony for the most part here is Cam Thomas. Scoring the basketball and hitting 3-pointers are a specialty, and he'll get 3-4 boards a game. Not going to do much in that category, and even assists, he's not going to give you much. So right now, well, he's on a scoring tear over the last few weeks here. He's a sell high this week, January 31st versus Phoenix, 25 points, 2 rebounds, 4 assists, 2 steals, a 3, 57% from the field. February 3rd at the Sixers, 40 points, 3 boards, 5 assists, a steal, 5 threes, 53%. And February 5th versus the Warriors, 18 points, 5 boards, 3 assists, 2 steals, and 19% from the field. So Cam Thomas scoring the basketball well. I know last game, horrible field goal percentage, only 19%. But besides that, he's putting the ball in the hoop. He's playing good basketball for this net team. But like I said, he's only given owners 2 or 3 categories where you could trade him right now and I think get a decent point guard who could get some steals, assists, obviously scores, and threes, where you're getting 4 or 5 categories. So right now, while he's on a scoring tear putting up some big games. He's a sell high this week, so that's a few guards I look to sell and trade for week 16 of the fantasy basketball season.